Welcome to SMU Look. I'm Shelby Fishman.
And I'm Renduan. We are kicking off our third episode with our staff's Instagram pick of the week.
This week, we're highlighting SMU sophomore Surya Ramakrishnan. Follow him on Instagram for all things beauty and become one of his 21.9 thousand followers on TikTok. On today's show, we take a look at a dorm room that's to die for and bring you the best of DIY beauty, cooking, and style.
Plus, I profile a professor who has created a powerful project to stop the stigma around the homelessness. It's an episode you won't want to miss.
So come take a look at SMU Look. Aromatherapy can be a great way to manage the stress of college life. This DIY aromatherapy mist can even be personalized. SMU Looks, Kate Foster has got you covered.
Today, I'll be showing you how to make a DIY aromatherapy mist. First, you'll need to gather all the materials. You'll need a glass spray bottle, some witch hazel, this can be found at most drugstores, and lastly, some essential oils. You can pick your favorite scents. Now you're ready to assemble. First, remove the cap from the spray bottle and place the funnel. It is important to use a glass bottle as essential oils can break down plastic. Next, fill the bottle 3/4 of the way with some witch hazel. Then you can choose your scents. I chose lavender as one of my oil scents. Lavender is super calming, it can help you fall asleep, it's very relaxing. Add the oils to the witch hazel. I used about 10 drops. Then I chose peppermint as my second scent. Peppermint is super cooling and soothing. Finally, remove the funnel from the spray bottle and place the cap back on. Now you're ready to use your DIY aromatherapy mist.
Aromatherapy may also reduce anxiety, ease depression, and boost energy levels. Who knew? Thanks for that easy DIY, Kate.
Have you ever wondered how to get the most bang for your buck for a designer vintage bag? Reina Lee shows us 3 sites to find the best bags for less.
To be vintage, a bag must be between at least 10 years old. The value of the vintage bag always depends on the designer's preference and the bag's condition. Dior, Chanel, Fendi, and other high fashion brands are always valuable in vintage market. But because of the limited stock and authenticity issues, finding the perfect vintage bag can be difficult. So, based on my shopping experience, I will introduce 3 different vintage websites for you to check out. The first website called The Real Real. They have products for both women and men, including jewelry and watches. The Real Real authenticates every item. They have a relatively wide range of products and the prices are reasonable. The first bag I bought in The Real Real, which is this embossed little baguette from Stuart Weitzman. The bag condition is excellent, but it didn't come with its original package or dust bag, but with the Real Real one. The second website called the Vestiaire Collective, which is a French internet trading platform for second-hand luxury goods. This bag I bought in Vestiaire Collective is a Louis Vuitton Persian monogram multicolor. It was from designer Takashi Murakami limited edition in 2003. The condition of the bag is really good. The last website I want to introduce, which is my favorite, is called What Goes Around Comes Around. This site also has its own proprietary multi-tiered authentication team. This is one of my favorite handbags I got in What Goes Around Comes Around. It's a Christian Dior Navy monogram Boston Mini in 2003. Although it didn't come with its original dust bag and package. As you can see, this looks totally like a brand new bag. And it also has its original certification card inside the bag. So, here's my vintage website recommendation. All comments and thoughts based on my own shopping experience. I hope you guys enjoy it. For SMU Look TV, this is Reina Lee.
Thank you, Reina, for showing us how easy it is to buy an authentic vintage bag right from our laptop.
In need of some dorm decorating inspo, SMU Looks Summer Rye gives us an inside look into an SMU freshman's adorable dorm.
Dorm rooms can be challenging to decorate, but SMU student Alexa Field has managed to make hers feel more like home.
What's up, SMU? Welcome to my dorm room.
Field explains her source of inspiration.
I got a lot of my inspiration, my roommate and I both did, from the Beverly Hills Hotel in Beverly Hills, California. So we just really liked the fresh and airy vibe that the pink and green have, and then threw in some accents of like white and gold, and we just think it's really clean and simple and just really fun.
However, decorating a small space can be hard.
So for like organizing small spaces, it's really just like using the space that you have. So we elevated our beds to like the highest setting so that we could have seating and a TV underneath, and it really just like opens up the whole room. And also using mirrors. We have a lot of mirrors, a lot of lights to try and just like open it up even more. And also just really utilizing like organization tools. So we went to like the Container Store and Target.
However, Field did most of her shopping online.
We really use Dormify. They just like, they're dorm oriented. So it's like everything that they have is meant for a dorm. It's meant for a small space. So it's like everything on that website has a purpose, especially in a small dorm room.
For SMU Look TV, I'm Summer Rye.
Wow, I wish my dorm room looked like that my freshman year.
Yeah, I especially love the like fresh flower and the bright colors in her room.
Yeah, loved it.
There were more than 4,500 people experiencing homelessness in 2019, according to the Dallas Office of Homeless Solutions. I met with advertising professor Willie Baronet to learn about the creative way he is educating people about the homelessness. We Are All Homeless is a project started by Willie Baronet. Baronet has been buying and collecting homeless signs since 1993 as a part of a long-term art project titled We Are All Homeless.
The project is called We Are All Homeless. For 27 years, I've been buying signs from people in the streets. This is a very small one, for instance. And for the past 11 years, I've been using these signs to do art installations. So the project's really about raising awareness about homelessness, raising people's compassion for the people on the streets.
What does home mean to you?
Home means heaven.
In 2014, he began a 31-day cross-country trip to buy signs in 24 cities and had the documentary Signs of Humanity.
I really admire Willie for tackling something like this closer to home, because I do feel like people get uncomfortable seeing homeless people on the streets. You know, you don't want to look at them, and I think it's really admirable that he's sort of trying to combat, what people think when you see someone on the street.
Baronet gave a tech talk, It's Just Us, at SMU, and mentioned how the project started to make connections and cause attention by a short video.
You know, I've been creative my whole life, and I think part of it is that I used to struggle with avoiding eye contact when I saw somebody on the street, and this project changed the way I felt about people on the street.
He did this project with over 40 different groups around the country, and he especially loved to hear different ideas from children.
I will ask them on a piece of blank cardboard to answer the question, what is home? And it's a little bit of a creative project. They get to be creative, and it also is a chance for them to think about what home really means to them, especially in the context of homelessness.
As a creative advertising professor, Baronet had done 29 different installations worldwide by 2016. Looking back to his journey, he mentioned a former homeless person in particular, Eddie.
You know, people online, like I go on Facebook, and a lot of people say really awful things about people with an addiction, and but anybody who's involved in, and that's what his project is about, his project is about raising awareness and attaching humanity to to homelessness, and that's good.
When I asked the baronet how long will he keep doing this project, he said, forever. For SMU Look, I'm Renduan.
Thank you for this important report, Ren. We are now here with Professor Willie Baronet, the founder of the We're All Homeless project. Thank you for being here, and tell us why you started this important project.
So I literally have been buying signs for the last 27 years, and it really started because I didn't like how I felt when I saw people on the streets, and like a lot of people, I would look away, and this was a chance for me to engage and start a conversation.
So we're willing to ask, what is the biggest challenge you're facing, during the whole project?
There's so many. I think one that comes to mind is really about, I think I'm a natural, I kind of want to fix people and I really want to save everybody. And part of this has been learning to let go and realize that I really want to be present with people in the moment and have as great an interaction as we can and connect with them, and then realize that I can't, save everybody and find them all homes and all of that.
And so what's your definition of creativity?
Wow, I teach a class, called Introduction to Creativity, and I have no idea. But I think I would say that creativity at its core is about being willing to look at common problems or situations and then reframing those and putting weird things together as a way to solve problems. But it's really about letting myself be open to those kinds of new and unexpected solutions.
Thank you, Professor Baronet, for being with us today. And for more information about the project, you can visit weareallhomeless.org or watch the documentary Signs of Humanity.
Cheese and meat boards have become not only a tasty appetizer and crowd pleaser, but also an art form. SMU Look's Emma Kastner teaches us how to make a show-stopping charcuterie board that will impress your party guests.
How do you go from this to this? Don't worry, I've got you covered on everything you need to know to make the perfect charcuterie board. First, you'll need a base. You can use anything from a plate to a cutting board. Next, you'll need utensils for the cheese and other spreads. Obviously, you'll need cheese. I think it's best to use a wide variety of flavors and textures. I recommend using both soft and hard cheese. Next comes the meat. Having two options is good if they have different flavors. A mild and spicy salami is always a great pick. Veggies like olives and marinated peppers are also great additions. Fruit pairs really nicely with cheese. I recommend using a fruit that has different textures. For example, a dried fruit and a hard fruit provide the best variety. Nuts are also great fillers on charcuterie boards. My favorite is Marcona almonds, but anything can work. Honey and jams provide sweetness that really enhances the flavor of the cheeses. Lastly, you'll need crackers to pile everything on. Let's get started. So since cheese is the main factor of this whole board, I would recommend starting with that. It's also the biggest thing that'll be on the board, so it'll create space for the other ingredients. Then I always start with the meat. It's really easy to put salami in between, say, the jam or cheese because it provides a little space for it so that it doesn't fall over or look sloppy. And this type of appetizer can really be served at any type of event. It's a great way for people to pick what they want since there's going to be so many options, and it's really easy to throw together. I would say it takes probably about 10 minutes, maybe less, to figure out how to fit everything and make it look nicely, but it's really worth it in the end because it doesn't take much effort. Then with everything else like the fruit and the veggies, those can be cut up into small pieces so it's easy to place everything around. And the nuts are a really great way to fill the board. I think that a really full charcuterie board looks best. It's really nice when it's presented. Something like this, the price can really vary. It depends where you go, but I would say getting 5 different cheeses, 2 different types of meats, a variety of fruit and veggies could probably cost you around $50. And there you have it. For SMU Look TV, this is Emma Kastner.
Well, Well, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm sure I will use some of the tips like next time I'm having a party.
Well, that does it for our third show of season 6.
For more content and information, be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at SMU Look.
Thanks for watching. From all of us here at SMU Look, we'll see you next time.
SMU TV and the Division of Journalism want to thank our underwriters: Javier's Gourmet Mexicano on Cole Avenue, Advance ER off West Lovers Lane, Tootsie's of Dallas in the plaza at Preston Center, and North Park Center in Dallas. We appreciate your support of student media.